It's Drawing with Johnny.
Oh, hey there, friends. Welcome to the show. We're going to be doing some fun stuff tonight. I hope your weekend has been going great. Mine has. So I thought, why not we draw? Okay. I thought of something really silly. So let's do it. I'm going to be using a different pen today. We'll see how it goes. It's new. It should be nice and shiny and sharp. All right. I don't think I'm going to do a warm up. I think I'm just going to go straight into it. So we're sticking with the jungle theme as always, but a little bit of twist. So if you think you know what it is when I start, let me know. So far so good. I like this pen. It's like a little brush. All right, so we got a little person's head here. I'm just gonna go ahead and all right, we're gonna say that this person's scared. All right, so we're gonna give him let's do some folds here on the shirt. All right, and he's holding on to something. We'll just kind of give this person some long hair. How about that? That's kind of cool. All right, now let's do another character from memory. Let's see. All right, and we're gonna do kind of something like this. Aha. We got something. Trusty steed. So I want to kind of have the horse a little bit spooked by what's going on. just trying to imagine. I'll just say that's a pistola. I'm just kind of adding some shadow underneath some of the parts I know are definitely going to have some shadow. I can even do some here. Alright. Now we're going to kind of do a knee. And a hoof. Just going to color it in here. Now I'm going to draw some foliage. Because we're going to say that this little cowboy traveler is deep, deep in the jungle. Since I got this pen, I can do just a little more detail work than I usually do with the brush. You know, you can kind of have a little more fun with things. I guess I'm just more confident with these type of, you know, with the marker. I like to go fast. You know, I feel like I have better control. You know. Alright, now I'm just kind of doing some other type of plants. Almost like fern type plants here. That's looking pretty good. Alright, let's get back to the horse. Now we got like a little bit of a foreground going here. Let's say this is just a saddle. This horse is quite buff. Here, let's kind of fix that. There we go. I could say that's more plants. There we go. Here's the back of the horse. Don't really need to pay too much attention to that since it's kind of covered up by plants, which is great. Let's just kind of put some more plants. How about that? These are more traditional looking jungle plants. That's good. Let's get some more over here too. All right, we got a cowboy, cowgirl in the jungle with a horse. All right. All right. Here we go. Just doing a little bit of lines here. Now we'll kind of do some more bushes deep in the back. We don't have to do too much detailed stuff for the background. So I'm just going to be coloring that in, but still be some clean lines. We don't have to be too messy. We can add some stuff. Now let's kind of add some trees. Let's go in. Now I'm just kind of letting the pen speak. I'm just saying, do your thing. Alright, well, it's pretty good. We don't have to do too much, because we can color it in and add more definition. Kind of add some stuff hanging down. I like to just kind of do this with vines. Just kind of have some swoops in there and some stuff hanging from them. This tree, I'm just letting it go nuts. The branches, just letting the pen figure it out. It's okay to do different parts, like you can draw for a little bit, switch over, so that way you can kind of get like a cool, layered effect. And I just like to add like little wrinkles. Now we can kind of add some plants. There we go. Some swoops in there. Swoop, swoop. See, that looks full. Looks full, everybody. Now let's do something a little different this time. You know what? Gonna add some more trees over here. Let's say this one's kind of on the edge over here. Let's just say there's like a little cliff. Let's say there's like another cliff over here. kind of just add some rocky texture. Just kind of color this part in, kind of helps separate. You know what? And then we're gonna add a little waterfall. Why not? Something this different this time around. Right. I'm just kind of coloring just this side. It's like along the rocks, you know. Kind of do some more trees with some bushes up there. Alright, so now we kind of finish this little hill down here. You know, you can kind of say this is like a little valley, you know. A little opening in the jungle, if you will. Some more trees just kind of along the way. And I'm just kind of making them a little crooked, you know. Here's part of another cliff, you know, we can kind of, you know, we might as well just like color this whole little area in here. I'll just say there's heavy shadows over there. It's pretty good. Alright, that kind of helps separate, put some contrast together there. I'll just do some more. You can say that this is the river, though. Just beyond the brush. There's the river. Just beyond the riverbed. Copyright strike. Alright. Let's do some more trees over here. Some more kind of bushes. Since I'm over here, I'm just gonna do some stuff on the tree. Why not? I decided to just add more details, you know. If you're over there, just go for it. Now I can kind of go back to this tree and kind of add, you know, a little background. You can kind of see, you know, where the river kind of goes. So it kind of, you know, helps define, you know, the tree, layer it, and kind of add some depth. Like, oh, it's going back there. Bye bye. Bye bye, river. Bye bye. Just kind of still just adding things, you know, a little color here, a little color there. You know, we'll go back in once we add some color. I think things will look really nice. Kind of do some weird twirly things. Why not? And get weird. Alright, so looking pretty good. Got a horse. Got a person. Trekking along in the jungle. Adding some detail. Some shadows. Okay, there we go. Kind of fix that a little bit and round that off. Alright. We got a nice little jungle scene. Cowboy in the jungle. Yeehaw. Let's color it in. First, let's go to the tiger cam. Let's see what's going on. Not much. That's alright. They're hanging out. So are we. It's a good night tonight. A little warm in the treehouse, but that's okay. Alright, we're going to start out with some green. Just kind of help fill up all the areas. Alright. I'm happy that the watercolor is not making the marker leak. So that's great. Alright, I'm just kind of coloring the trees and this whole little mountain. Trying to stay in between the lines. Yeah, we can kind of go over here. These are green as well. Just kind of background. Oh. See if we can do this. It's looking good. And you know, I'm just kind of doing a rough kind of color right now. We'll go in and fine tune things as it gets along. It's good to have like one layer to just kind of help you visualize it and see where to move on to next. Alright, so keep coloring this in, more green. And I'm just going to kind of do a little soft green for just the background. Let's just say that they are deep in the jungle. Everything green. Come back over here. Keep filling it in. It's a little dark in another area. You know, we can just reuse that watercolor somewhere else. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay. Yeah, we can paint this green too, but I'm trying to leave some of these plants so I can paint them a different color. But like I said, once we just get one layer down, we can really, you know, start to kind of color and add depth and make things darker, make things pop just a little bit more. I'm just trying to get in those little corners down here. Alright. I think that's pretty good. Got a good green layer there. Now let's do the other color green. It's a little more yellow. Let's get it nice and good there. And it's gonna look light at first, but you know, you can do a couple layers and thicken it up. Kind of mix this with the other green. I'm not mad. It's a good like neutral green. You know, it's just enough to be different from the other green. It separates. It works well. Pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'll kind of go back here and do it for some of the trees too. Why not? Yeah, see that? That's a nice color. Even do some back here. Why not? Just up and over. See, since we did that first top layer, now I can kind of go in and add and make it kind of darker, you know, so it's good. It complements each other. It's like poetry. Now I'm just kind of filling in all the little empty spots so we can come back and add another darker layer and help define stuff just a little bit more, but I'm just kind of pushing the paint around, filling it in. We're having fun. I hope you're having fun watching the show, whatever you're doing. Alright. I'm gonna go with kind of like a greenish orange for these little ones. Oh, it's like brown. Let's just go brown. Alright, you know what? We made green and orange makes brown, everybody. Where's the real brown, though? I don't know what my real brown is. I'm just doing green and orange. Green and orange makes brown. Okay, see, now I can't do it. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all the brown spots. Doot, doot, doot. Boy. You know what? Might as well make this one leather too. Alright. Authentic. Can I get a yeehaw in the chat? No. Alright. that the brown? That's the brown. I'm gonna get some sunlight effect here. It's not working. I'll just kind of add like a little bit of yellow kind of sunshine effect here on the horse, and on the pants. Kind of add some yellow on the trees. Noticed I forgot some green spots. Oops. You know what? Let's do something fun. Let's do kind of the orange with the red hair. That's cool. Now let's get some blue. We're gonna dump this water. Do. Some fresh stuff. Here we go. Here's the magic. Wow. Switch to a different brush too. Let's get something different. And get some like a blue color. Kind of the shade of the horse. We'll make this like a white horse. Blue is always a good shadow color for, you know, white objects and stuff like that. See? Looking pretty good. Since we're using that blue anyways, you know, we kind of do these jeans. So let's go for it. I'm leaving a little bit of space there so when this dries I can kind of blend it a little bit together there. There's something for that. There we go. Let's get a good, like a dark red. Darker. There we go. That's good. Alright. It's alright, a little messy, but we can clean it up. We can clean it up, everybody. Don't you worry. We need to add some more brown over here anyways. So let's go on down. Yeah, we gotta add some more brown up here too. Yeah, this is looking nice. Real nice. Alright, now that we've got that brown, we can kind of do some of these trees. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, just kind of putting some color in, spreading it around. If it goes outside of the lines, that's okay. You know, it kind of makes it unique and handmade. And that's why we're here. We're doing stuff with our hands. Coming back over here. All right. Now we can kind of add some brown over here too, little cliffside area. Alright. Now we need some more green. Let's go back to the green here. Forgot to put some green back here. There we go. That's looking good. It's making that tree pop a little bit more. Yeah, we kind of go back here. Some missing spaces. Kind of hit those dangling plants a little bit. Can't forget about our weird little flowers up here. Let's we can just make them yellow. Let's just do that. That's fun. Kind of put some yellow on some other stuff. Alright. Then we can kind of get some, let's do some like red or something. These little guys. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Let me make this one red too. Yeah. Go back and kind of change that one. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Alright. Now we can kind of do river. I'll try and get a good blue. Hey, that blue is just not the best over here. So we're just going to use the blue that we got. We're going to be happy with it, and that's just the way things go. I was trying to leave some white color in there. Or we can kind of go back here, at least color that in, you know. Just do some little lines here. Yeah, just so you know it's water, you know. Just so you know. Get back that other brush. And we'll just kind of add some red in our trees. I think that's like a nice little color to add here. Some kind of brown, blue. That just need to be filled in there. And we're just kind of filling in some other spots. Alright. We can add just like a little bit more darkness to these plants, but then after that, you know, I think we're going to be done. Right on. This is neat. This is great, everybody. We did it. Now let's find a spot to mark it up. I think right here. Whoa. We'll do JM 25. All right. Pretty good. Cowfolk in the jungle. It could happen. It happened. And today's sponsor is brought to you by Nature's Remedy Vegetable Laxative. All right. Well, we'll see you next time. I appreciate you coming around and watching the drawing show. See you next Sunday. And have a great night.
Until next time.